Hey guys, I'm just gonna, my screen is a little bit, let me just, that's better. So I miss you all. I just wanted to come on my toe into things a little bit because I got really excited about a big surprise I want to talk about on this channel. So this is our new backdrop. It is really, really artsy. There's like some beautiful art like up there that I don't know. It's just really for like, I love bargains. I got it for like $6, this backdrop. So I go on Amazon, I look for the used ones. So this is art on a budget. This show is literally me who has disabilities, and so I enjoy art like a lot, not just even a little bit. Like it's my life. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe art. It's what keeps me going. And I also make dolls. That's another thing I enjoy doing. But this channel is more about like all art, not just like dolls. So I want to show you some things and some pictures that I'm doing. Now, I just want to say that we also crafts on this channel too, and they don't have to be like super fancy. They're just for me to relax and enjoy myself. So I'm going to show you some things that I got on a budget from the 5 and Below and from Amazon. Always check off the used option on anything. You want a good deal, and look at the it will give you a description typically of on the filters, and it will give you a description as to if like the container it's in or the package is a little bit warped or something, then it costs like less money. But this time I did not really get a good deal on these. I just absolutely loved them, and they're scratch art, and they're just really relaxing. You just scratch off the gray parts and it reveals like colors and stuff, and then you just like take this and go like that. It's very easy. Anybody can do it if you are careful. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I love these ones. I was really excited about them, and I wanted to show that. It was $15, and it's kind of a lot of money, but I absolutely love them, and I'm definitely going to hang them. So, yeah. So, all right. So there's that. That wasn't like, I don't feel like that was like a super good deal, but I went to 5 and Below, and I was very careful with my money while I was there. And I came back because I have a little kitchen like for dolls and stuff, because I have a doll show, and I like those kind of things, those kind of younger things, because of me. Just I have a young tastes and stuff, but I don't know. It's just the way I am. I'm very eccentric and unique. But this is decorate your own wooden dessert kit, and it even comes with like a dessert box. And we're gonna basically use my own acrylic paints for this and not use what they have, and just really do an amazing job with it. So this is one thing that I might be probably doing tomorrow. It just like offers you like 4 desserts, but I thought that was cute. It was like $5, and then I can color the box, which I really love coloring. So there's that. And I just want to update you guys on the adult coloring stuff that I've been doing. This is Calico Critters. I got this book from Amazon, and it was like $5. I think it was used or something. But like basically this is how it's going. I love coloring. It's like so fun. And these are kind of knockoff type things. They're not really, I mean, I think that they're from, I love Calico Critters, and I have a lot of dollhouses I've made with them in it. And when I was little, my mom and I used to color a book just like this, and it was like Precious Moments. And it's so cute. So yeah, absolutely love it. So there's that. And so I just want to talk about my internet break. It's going really good. I'm doing a reduced upload schedule right now because y'all know I like to upload a lot, but there's a lot going on. and I just feel like I'm starting to feel a lot better. So thank you guys for being patient. This is a Cabbage Patch Kid one that's really cute, but I love coloring. We support art anyway, wherever you are. Anybody can do art. It's not just art, painting, and doing an amazing job. It's just sometimes it might be coloring for you. Maybe you may not have some people may have a harder time than others. And we consider YouTube art. We consider TikTok art. We consider stuff like that. So I talk about backdrops or how to save money while you're doing your shows, because that's a performing art in a way as well. So let's see. What else was I going to say? Okay. So I got some fake Legos. Okay. They're called Lepin. And I have seen Legos that I absolutely love. And a store for like adults, and I can't like afford them. So because they were like a few $100s. So I'm just gonna pass this hack along to you. If you really want Lego and you cannot afford it, they basically take all the same designs as real Legos, and their product is not as good, but they offer it for like a quarter of the price, and they're called Lepin. So instead of Lego, it's called Lepin. But I'm really excited because we're gonna do some of that on our show, because that's art, because they're sculptures that I bought. I bought like one, but I don't know. I bought like 3 things, but then I returned 2 because of the next big news. So it's no big deal. But Lepin is just like gonna be our Lego project, because I can't afford Legos. We're not buying Legos. It's not gonna happen. But I do want to do some building stuff on this channel with the Legos, with a Lepin, the Ricky Rat hat instead of the Mickey Mouse hat version. So the other thing I wanted to say is the big news. I do buy a lot of things from China, and those kind of sites. And I did purchase. I did tell you I was getting an alto flute, and I was very excited about it. But something bad happened where I got scammed off of Dhgate. Do not buy from Dhgate, guys. Like, it is such a pain in the butt, and they are such bad scammers. Like, these people said that they were selling a flute for like $200 $197 or something, or less than that. Yeah, no, I think it was like 165 or 197, and it's an alto flute. So I purchased it, and then I looked at the ratings, which were really good. They were like $81. Well, anyways, this always happens while I'm talking to you guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. And you guys can say hi to Dory, who's my cat, while I use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Oh. Oh gosh, she walked away. Okay, so what I wanted to say, so this is the good, amazing news. So I want to talk about it for a sec. So actually, I think it was like not 197 or something, but everybody else was charging. Okay, everybody else was charging a lot more money. They were charging like like 500, um, 60, $550, and it did seem too good to be true, but they were insistent that it was a alto flute they were selling. And then there was one little thing that said it was a C flute, or something, and I was like, ooh, I don't know what this is. Like, could it be that they're like lying, right? But their rating was like really high, and it's Dhgate. Like I said, never buy from them because the whole thing is a scam. What the heck was that? That was scary. Probably the upstairs cat pushing over things. That happens sometimes with when you live below other people. It's like, I hope she's okay. Sometimes I think, I hope she's okay. So anyway, like something fell or what. Okay, so basically I bought this thing thinking, well, this is like almost too good to be true, blah blah blah. And I was really worried about my choice, because, but and I should have realized, like, there's no buyer protection because they don't take PayPal, and that's a huge red flag. And you can get some stuff from DHgate, but like they will scam you. Like, if they give you the wrong item, they don't have to necessarily give you your money back. They can just come back and say, oh, well, we want you to pay at least part of it or something. So they really have you. I called the credit card company to dispute the charge right away, because all of a sudden I'm looking at other people and they were like giving people like the worst, they were giving them the worst like ratings, blah blah. They were like, but yet their rating was at an 81% satisfaction. So I was like, well, this is really weird. Like, how is this possible, right? So it's because they stacked their rating, they lied. Like, they lied on their own ratings, and then people were really saying, these people are scamming me. They're not sending me my item and all this other junk. So before we could proceed, I tried to stop the sale. So before they could send the item, because one person said they were sending a flute that was like really, really a different kind of flute, not even the one they ordered. And it was like of lesser value than what they said they were going to send and everything. So they're going to send a curved head joint and try to pass it off as if it was an alto. And it was like, when you have a young kid learning how to play a flute, they put like a curved head joint, but it's still not an alto flute. It's like a regular flute that costs way less money. So basically I was like devastated because I knew that I was getting scammed. Like, and there was nothing I could really feel like I was gonna do. So I had to really fight them, and surprise, surprise, they actually gave me my money back, but it was pretty intense. I mean, like, the seller didn't even get back to me when I said, please send me the item that you advertise. Like, can I have my money back? It sounds like you've scammed other people. But I didn't say it quite like this. That people are saying they're not getting the same item that you're saying that you're supposed to send, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like panicking because I have plenty of flutes now. I have like 2 flutes. I have my backup flute and my Crumpernickel cheap flute that I've gotten for like $41 on eBay. That was brand new, which is like right here. You can hear me playing it. I love it. Sounds better than my Yamaha, actually. And it's an open hole, it has all the bells and whistles, but the finish is Crumpernickel, which is like a super cheap nickel. It's not really, but it just, oh my God, it sounds like divine. So I do not want to, so I'm actually more open to buying these like no name brand instruments, because I've had 2 Glory instruments. My saxophone as well sounds really good. Well, it doesn't sound good when I play it, but I've heard other professional musicians play it, and it's just a beautiful sound, and it's a really good learning tool, like a really good learning instrument. So I was heartbroken because I really want my main instruments to be to switch over to alto, flute, and sax, which who knew that it was going to happen that way. But I just like the soothing sounds of an alto versus something really like high and shrill. It's just because my nerves are shot, and it to me is like therapeutic to hear something like more. I'm getting older, and my tastes are changing. When I was younger, I liked high sounds and low sounds, but I liked high kind of more than I do now. I don't really love it as much. I still enjoy playing flute, but I prefer the sound of an alto, from what I can hear. So I went on to another site. I'm not going to say the name of it because it's a pending sale, and I've been kind of just feel like sometimes I want to keep things a little personal because some things have been happening to me in my private life that carried over from YouTube. So when I finish and complete the sale, I'll tell you where I purchased. I ended up purchasing the alto flute once the sale goes completely through. But what I can tell you is that it is the same flute that you can buy on Dhgate, which don't buy it from them. You can also buy it from Ali or AliExpress. So AliExpress does offer this alto flute, the same one, but it's a little bit more money than what I got. So I was able to find an alto flute from a seller from this other place that I went to. I'm not going to say where because of privacy stuff, and I don't want anybody to mess with my sale and stuff. Not that they would, but I'm learning about being careful about what you say on the internet. So basically, I ended up getting it I put it on Splitter, so it's like splits up your payments for you. I got this alto flute for like a tremendous discount. I looked into first renting, and renting would have cost me more money. They wanted a down payment of like $500 for me to rent, and there's no way I can pony up $500 at a time right now. So I'm a little afraid to tell you how much it was. It's my biggest purchase of the year, actually. This is actually the biggest thing I bought all year. And I'm like a little afraid to tell you guys, but I've been doing really well with my spending habits this month, and I'm really proud of myself. So, and anyway, so I put it on Splitter, and I had to pay. Okay, so it was like $500 altogether, and it splits when you're on Splitter. It splits your payment up to like 4 times, and yeah. So, so I just after that I will have like I think 3 more payments today. But why I don't think I got scammed this time, and it was actually a legitimate sale, even though the price was almost too good to be true. This time, because the price was almost too good to be true, but the seller was being very forward about the flaws of the instrument and what was the good things about it. So that was like, whoa, we have a good one here. We have a good seller, because they were like saying, well, this is kind of, you might have to do this, and this might need to be adjusted. Like, he was really getting into the details, like these pads aren't affixed as good because of the price point, but it rings true, it sounds great, it's blah blah, so they were telling me like in the description exactly what the flaws were and what the good things were. So I was like, wow, that's a good seller. So I knew like I was getting I knew like I wasn't getting scammed, and they had good English skills. So I was able to which is a real bonus, because not to be mean, but it's really hard it's really scary to make a big ticket purchase. Like, I know that an alto goes for thousands and whatever. And this is like a really cheap alto that no name made out of nickel and stuff. But the thing is that it's hard to make a decision on getting something when you can't understand what the person's like really saying. And there's no, and that is a very risky thing, because you have no idea what you're getting and if it's going to sound okay. But I buy all my instruments off of the internet now because it's the cheapest way to go about it. So when I get instruments, I'm going to play them for you or at least try them. Even if I'm a novice, I'll try to give my own opinion about it because then you'll know like whether it's worth it or not. Because I'm getting such good instruments from this Glory company for being a beginner, and even like it's for what it is, it's helped me a lot to buy from Glory company off of Amazon, and I will always buy them like secondhand. Like I got my saxophone for $169. That was, before the inflation hit, like really high, but now it's like almost 300 brand new or something. But that's my saxophone for my lessons and it sounds really good. And I just bought like a Yamaha like mouthpiece for it and everything. So my flute choir teacher has been trying to get somebody to buy an alto flute for a while now. And I've been wanting one forever. Like it's been over a year and I'm like I really want one of these like so stinking bad. It's not even funny. And I feel kind of bad because I'm like, "Oh, like, you just spent a lot of money, but I'm going to use it like a lot and it's going to be my main instrument because it just when you hear something and you just fall in love with it, like this and sax are my main instruments now. And I'm going to be able to learn how to play alto flute because she just bought an alto flute as well. And now I can sit next to the other person who plays alto flute for a few songs and I can't believe it. And the other good thing is it says it's coming the beginning of November, which is crazy. That means that it will be in time for me to practice for the Christmas concert with it. So I am so excited. Like I can't wait. It's like ridiculous. Like this is what I wanted for Christmas, but like things have been like really horrid. So like I knew like wasn't gonna happen. So just being able to put it on Splitter and if you guys are like, well, what are you gonna do? Well, I'll earn it by helping Pat do DoorDash or something like that. Like I'll help him and when he's doing his runs and stuff so that I can make the money and stuff back. But yeah, I mean the fact is I would never have been able to get it without Splitter. But anyway, that's it. So I wanted to just tell you guys what's going on, how exciting it is. So we are gonna play it on this show. Gonna teach myself how to play. I already know how to play flute, so it should be easy. Also it has a curved head joint and a straight head joint. So yeah. I was, like I said, able to get my money back from Dhgate. So that was a whole thing that happened. But let's just talk about the process to get your money back on Dhgate. If you try to buy instruments from Dhgate, never buy instruments from Dhgate. Ever. Just go to Wish. Go to Wish or Ally. If you're looking for a cheap instrument or Amazon, but it will be more money from Amazon than if you went to Ally Express. But so first you have to tell them you have to dispute something. Then you have to basically it's crazy. You have to do all this stuff to try to get your money back. You have to wait and they have to offer you a counter offer. And if they offer you a counter offer, then it's just stalls. It just keeps stalling and stalling and you don't get your money back right away. Not having access to your own money because something didn't work out or you just thought better or something is wrong. I can understand if people don't do returns, then fine. Then you don't have a right to have your money back unless there's a real reason, like if you're getting scammed and you can tell. But they don't vet their sellers. So, like, people are getting scammed and they don't take the person off as a seller. And people were like buying guitars and stuff and getting like a completely different guitar. I am kind of worried about this purchase. It's a huge purchase for me. Like, this is a huge purchase, and I'm really scared that it's going to come like not perfect, or I don't expect it to be perfect. I just want it to be pretty good and like playable. But what I wanted to basically say is um I'm just nervous because, like, obviously it was $50 less than every other seller. So it seemed to, but when you purchase something through PayPal or something like that, things are better because you can dispute it if somebody scams you. So that was the other thing. And I'm like, you're not going to get scammed. Come on, like, ridiculous. Don't be, um, this time you're not going to get scammed, because I'm not going to get scammed because I do use PayPal. So that's more protection and stuff like that. So let's just talk about other sellers and stuff like that in general in like the real world. Um so something happened where I was trying to deal with somebody trying to sell me something, and that person was saying they only take friends and family, uh and they were very pushy. So that's a really good indicator that it's a scam. Never just go friends and family. You're not going to get your item. And, you know, there's no reason to ever do that, first of all. So yeah, that's a scam. And that's all I'm going to say about that when it's friends and family. Now, that's not what happened here. I paid regular, PayPal stuff and whatever. So I don't think I'm getting scammed. That's why Dhgate does not use PayPal, because they're scammers. And you will maybe some of the sellers from Dhgate are decent and will give you your item. Look for something. They will maybe give you your item if you're lucky, but chances are it's just not worth it's absolutely not worth it to deal with them at all. And yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. So I'm gonna just do a review of my instruments that I've gotten from Amazon and from, like, this company. But I can tell you that is this: I'm happy with every single instrument I have here that I've gotten on the cheap, except for this one um Easter, my first trumpet, and the hate to say this, sadly, my piccolo is not very good. It sounds like it has a few leaks, and I think that was an Easter as well. So that's just what I like. The piccolo and the trumpet is not good from Easter. So I believe those are, now I don't know. I think the piccolo is Easter, but I'm not sure. But we'll look at it. I can't make it sound good at all whatsoever. Um, and everything else I've gotten, and now there's a lot of teachers out there that tell their students, don't buy these cheap instruments and stuff like that. But I can tell you what, I have no regrets. They've carried me through for like 2 years almost now, playing. And, like, for somebody who is disabled, who doesn't have like a lot, buying them from China, from these distributors, and getting something that's made out of nickel, but it sounds gorgeous, and like it may not last a long time, but you don't have to pay monthly fee. It's yours outright. So if something happens to it, you're not in any kind of, I can't tell you like how happy I am with my instruments that I have, like, that are cheap and they work so good. And it's like some of them sound even better than the expensive ones. So Um, the action can be kind of slow on the keys and stuff, but have a learning disability that causes me to struggle to play fast anyways. So for somebody who's new, it won't really bother you. Okay, so we will do a whole episode of like cheap instruments and what I think about them. Um, I've made my own instruments to save money, like hammered dulcimers and stuff like that, and I'm still working on them and tinkering around with them. But like I would not be able to afford a hammered dulcimer if it were not for purchasing a kit, okay? And I did. I put the whole kit together. You can probably see that on my other channel. So, you know, it's really nice to be able to, but some people will thumb their nose at you if you're making your own instruments because they're like not well known. I used to even put like a little sticker with my name and date inside the noise hole as well. Um, of my instruments, and it just makes you feel like a sense of accomplishment that you finished it and you're like you put your own name on it, like you made that. I've made my own ukulele, um and that one doesn't sound that good, but I feel proud of it when I go to play ukulele with other people and they all have professional ukuleles but I made mine, and it feels good to know like that I did it myself, you know, and you can be proud of yourself because and if somebody asks you about it, you can say, "Well, I made this," and So, I was gonna go on a retreat for hammered dulcimer playing, and the guy was like, "Oh, you need a hammered dulcimer that's this big," and mine was like not that big, and he's like, "Well," it was very like to the book, like, "Well, you're not going to be able to join in if you don't have this like particular hammered dulcimer." So I told him I would get one, and he's like telling me to buy. He doesn't know that. Well, I tried to tell him I have disabilities and stuff, but I wanted to go on his retreat, but I can't. So I can't do a work study because I'm disabled and I would definitely not be able to handle doing all of that. So, and also financially, if you're going to I mean, there was like scholarships, but I didn't even ask because he was like, "Well, we only have like a limited number of scholarships." But to me, I'm just going to put it this way. If you have a student who never built anything like this before and takes initiative to like build their own instrument, and they're like sick and literally have their own issues, I would think the guy would be so like, "Let's help her, man. Like she's doing everything she can to do this." Well, no. He was like super snobby and like he's very well known for being snobby. I didn't realize. And he was like, "Well, that kit that you bought is not that good," and all this stuff. And I was like, "But he told me I needed a hammer dulcimer a certain size, and it's the only thing I could afford, right? And I'm new. Why am I going to buy the most expensive thing?" It's like, "Well, I'm sorry you don't love the sound of it, but if I can learn how to play on this, it's a start." So that's the way I feel about it. And it's like, I know I like appreciate your advice, but this is what I'm doing because this is what I can afford to do. So like to me, if you're giving somebody a scholarship, then and they come in with something very elaborate and expensive, that should be frowned upon. That's all I'm saying. Um, I mean, you're giving them a lot of money to help. Not well, people are helping, could like pay their way. I'm going to show up with like this like thousands of dollars hammered dulcimer. Like, I don't think so. I bought that kit cheap and I put it together myself. It's a beautiful instrument. I haven't yet been able to figure out how to tune it, but we're getting there. Um, so anyway, I ended up not going on the retreat. I ended up realizing the guy was a complete Looney Tune and that I would teach my own self. And but then I got into other instruments. So like I basically like made this elaborate instrument for no reason, but I really enjoyed it. And I realized I actually have some talent in making things. And it was definitely a good experience, but it was definitely not what I had expected and had every intention on taking classes with him. And that's why I made this thing. He's famous, I guess, within the circles, and he is like really. So I just want to say this straight up: do not let other people drag you down. If they tell you that you need a certain size instrument, you need to listen, because the class revolves around, okay, having this size instrument. But don't let them thumb their nose at you because you made it yourself, because you couldn't afford and it's your first one. First of all, people are crazy too. And I used to be this kind of way that I wanted the best one starting out, but now I'm old and I know better. You may not stick with it. And if you're not going to stick with it, you might as well not spend a lot of money on your first one. So, don't go out and buy, like the instruments I'll show you guys about. Don't go out and buy, thousands of dollars of something when you're not going to, you may not even like it. First of all, you may take lessons for 2 months and hate it, you know. She's so sweet. Like how she does that. How she like lays down and just like, she's so sweet. So what I also want to say, I have so much to say to you guys because I have not been up here for a few days and it's been horrible. I miss everybody so bad. I miss everybody so bad. It's crazy. So I forgot what I was gonna say. There we go. So basically, we're just going to go ahead and I'm gonna hopefully not get scammed. Well, watch me not get scammed, maybe. I don't know. I also wanted to talk a little bit about, I was thinking on my other channel, but my other channel has like bad juju or something. I don't want to go back on there right now. I wanted to talk about some new things that I've been starting to collect and collections that I have closed out. I'm having trouble controlling myself as far as when I see something that's kind of the latest and greatest or new. But some kind of interesting things I'm starting to get into or whatever is I'm getting into more musical type stuff. Well, that's been kind of the last few years. But anyway, so I've been kind of into that, and that's something that's going to continue. I've been, as far as things that I've been collecting lately, has been more like these crafty type things that I can do while I'm in bed because I haven't been feeling well. So those are the things that I've been like, actually, these are always things that I'm really also into anyway, but oh my god, she's so cute. Hold on. So cute. You're such a beautiful girl. Pat and I noticed that her grooming technique is getting better because she was handing herself, and now she's starting to look very much better. So she's doing a better job with her self-care, which is great. Right? She's lived with me for a little while now. So one thing I like is that I've been doing like lately, I'm starting to collect these crystal type things. I'm starting to get an interest in those again. These ones are like different rainbow colors. But basically, they're all the colors of the chakras. And these ones are moonstones. Like black tourmaline, moonstone, selenite, I don't know, clear quartz and stuff like that. So I got these from the dollar store for like $3.50. And I have some other things like pendulums and stuff. And then I also have been collecting like little fidgets. Like these are really neat. Silly Putty Lava, they're my favorite. They look like this. And then I got these. So I really like, I have been collecting like little different things lately. Hold on, I'm gonna go show you. And then I started to, hold on. Okay, so I'll show you. So all of these are like pendulums and stuff like that. Okay, like all of these are actually from 5 and below. Like all these for like not a lot of money. And then they were like $3.50 a piece. So now I'm done with, actually feel like I have enough for my rock collection and stuff. But basically, I just don't want to like from Centaur stones and stuff. And then this one's from the dollar store. It just says, I have one that says Purge somewhere, but I don't know where it went. So I just like to collect those little things. And then the other thing I've been kind of collecting, which I'm done collecting at this point. Oh, actually, I'm not done because I can make these. And these are something I can talk about to you guys on the show. I've made like a tinker box and I'll show you. Oh, gross. Oh, Olivia. But basically, just trying to clean this because it's gross. And my dog is super furry. And sometimes, occasionally, she... Alright, so this is some stuff that I've been doing. God, I need one of those, gosh, she's just such a beast. My next service dog is not going to have that kind of hair. But anyway, basically I've been making these, wooden things. Hold on, if I can show you. These kind of things. And I make like these sensory trays. Okay. This one has got all these like little stackable things, and this is another one from from the 5 and below place. But anyways, that's like something I like to make. So anyway, I feel like I have enough rocks now. I don't need any more. So I'm good. I don't need any more rocks. So some things that I'm not going to get more of, and is like, oh, I also want to show my mini land dolls to you guys, because my friend got me some mini land dolls. They're so cute. I should have done that on my other channel. I'm not coming back to my other channel because it just makes me feel bad. Other channel gets too boisterous. But these are the mini land dolls. They're so cute. This little one, he has Down syndrome. His name is Ethan. And she has a cochlear implant. And her name is Cindy. And she has a cochlear implant. And they were from a friend of mine. So, yeah. What else was I going to say? I don't know. So yeah, I think really making dolls right now, but because I'm going to be working on a little break from the reborn doll stuff that I make. I also want to say some good news. I have free internet for a year. I'm not going to get into details as to how that happened, because that's, again, personal, and like, I don't get into all these details, because sometimes I want to share the good news. So there's no excuse for me not to come to work and talk to people like on YouTube. I call it work, but this channel's not monetized. So yeah, so that's cool. And things are going really well. Like, things were really bad this month, like really bad. I can't talk about all the details because I'm trying to keep things not more focused on my channel. So because I just feel like I cannot be as open with you guys as I have been in the past. But what I can say is that I've made some new friends, and somebody invited me over to her home to have, dinner with her and stuff. And it just feels better because things have felt really disconnected, and just to have, making more friends, new friends, is very good. So, as far as the flute choir goes, like I said, the teacher was wanting one of us to get an alto flute, and now I have gone and got one. I see the thing's kind of not very expensive, that probably might think, oh well, but I wanted to say that my glory, the flute here, that's the glory flute with the open hole and stuff like that, it is actually, honestly, it is actually like better than the Yamaha as far as the sound goes. It may not be the best quality, but so I think that they're going to go up in value in years to come. So maybe they haven't gone up in value, but in years to come, they will go up in value. I know they will. They're really good. So just mark my words on this one. And I don't know. This is just a non-branded. Watch other people and stuff like that. And I will tell you guys the seller. So anyway.